Hey everybody, welcome to this month's training. I'm super excited. I opened the doors to this training to everybody because I really know how important it is to I really know as an acupuncturist, I got out of school in 2002 and I felt very confident. I felt like, and I still feel like I'm a really good acupuncturist. But when I came out, I was like, oh, wait, now that I'm an acupuncturist, how do I actually build a business? I had some luck where I worked inside a clinic already, but at the same time, I realized I don't know how to grow my business. And let me tell you something, back in 2002, all we had was the yellow pages and handing out flyers. So it was a different world. And so over time, I've spent a lot of time learning about marketing and messaging and copywriting. And when things really turned for me, is when I met this young man, Santiago, because I knew enough to get me in trouble and to make a little headway. But the minute I got my marketing and copywriting eyes, or actually Santiago's marketing and copywriting eyes on my work, my business really took off, right? So for 2 years, I've been making money daily because of the work that we put in. And so I know a lot of you are practitioners and also want to figure out how do I do the same thing with my business, with my practice. And so Santiago really specializes in that niche and is here to kind of share that with us. So, without further ado, Santiago, welcome from Portugal, which, by the way, I'll be there for 3 months this summer. Yay! We'll actually finally meet in person because I'll be in Lisbon. By the way, I didn't tell you I found a place in Lisbon.
Lucky
Um,
you, yeah.
I know. So, anyway, but I want you to kind of share a little bit about your background first and then take it away. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Diane. I'm very excited to be here. I've had the honor to work with you over the years and also with Angela. And I have seen how you, Diane, you are so committed to this work. I love how what the community that you're building. And so a little bit about me. I've been working online for the past 4 years. I was a lawyer in a past life in Colombia, South America. Then I decided during the pandemic to change everything and I moved to Italy and I started working online as a copywriter, which is the person who writes emails, landing pages, ads, ad copies, etc. And over time, I started working with bigger and bigger companies and agencies as a strategist. Nowadays, I have worked with more than 200 companies, including people like Boss Babe, Chris Carr, the Dharma Institute, World Vision, and many more. And I'm very passionate about this work because really what draws me to this is that on the one hand, my mom, she had a big enterprise and I saw her like really crushing it every day. And then on the other side, there was my dad who he's a guitar teacher. And he's a super talented guitar teacher, but I always heard him complaining about clients, about students not having enough money, and I guess that was hard for me to see growing up. So today I'm really passionate about helping experts, people who have transformational knowledge, who really want to help others to get clients and change the world. So the topic of today's presentation is how 4 steps to getting to consistently getting clients. And I want this to be not so long, like 30 minutes, and then we can have time for Q&A and to discuss things. Because the biggest takeaway that I want for you today is clarity. I think nowadays we are way past the era where it was like, hey, how to write an email, how to do a webinar, or this is how to run ads. Nowadays, the biggest problem is really overwhelm. We have gone from the information era to the to the overwhelm era. So really what I want to bring you is not something that you can find on Google, but what I've learned working with all these companies, which is kind of how can you build a system for you to get clients. So just to share a little bit about why this matters so much. I remember when I started exercising, I heard a lot of people talking about like, hey, you need to do, I don't know, CrossFit, you need to do cardio, you need to do crunches, you need to do whatever. So when you are in that stage and everybody's telling you that, telling you, you should do this, you should do this, you are pulled in all these different directions and you have no focus, no clarity, and no momentum, no progress. And that is what is so frustrating. So what I want to give you is kind of the bird's eye view of the process. Because when in exercise, when I realized like, hey, it doesn't really matter what kind of exercise you choose. As long as you choose something, you stick to it, you're going to see results. It's the same thing in marketing. I want to kind of demystify all the things that you see out there because people like marketers, of course, they really sell you on doing things like, hey, you need a membership, you need X, Y, and Z. But what I want to tell you is you only need what makes sense for you. So before I continue, is there anything else that you would add to that, Diana?
Only that you hit the nail on the head because every time my business has taken a dip or I've gotten frustrated is because I got shiny object syndrome and I stopped doing things that were consistent and making progress. So I just saw, and I'll just say one more thing. I just saw a video that says like people see progress very slowly going
Well,
up.
let's
It's like
continue. Okay,
this,
which is back.
sorry.
We couldn't hear you.
Oh, you couldn't hear me? Oh, shoot.
No, sorry.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. I'll just say what because I thought this was really interesting. I saw a post today that said that's talking about this act of being consistent because anytime that my business has started declining was when I stopped being consistent or I got sidetracked or side railed or shiny object. And the thing is, like, when you're consistent in the beginning, you see this kind of slow progress, right? And then it can be at sometimes frustrating. But the thing is, like, you stop here and you look back and go, oh God, I've worked so hard just to get here. But the truth is that that's the point when people stop. And that's what the point where if you keep moving forward, everything just shoots up and gets better and better and better. And then there's a momentum and a cadence that starts happening. So you just got to stay consistent, even when you think I've worked so hard to do this marketing. And it's like at that moment is when everything changes if you stay consistent.
Absolutely. And really, it's the more like if you keep it simple and you just stick to doing certain things, you're going to achieve this. This is one of my favorite books called Essentialism. Maybe you know it. It's really great because this is like most of us are here. Let me show. So this is a circle where energy is going in all directions. So it's like, hey, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this. And I'm the first one to do this. So that's why I really think we need the narrative to let's just do a few things right so we can have this progress, direction, and simplicity. So let's go into the 4 steps. Um, these okay, let's just do it. The first step is traffic. Okay, the first step is step one, traffic. Step two, conversion. Step three, nurture. And step four, promotions. So how does this work? I think I want to share, can I share my screen? Yeah, can you see my screen? Great. So, where are you? Okay, the four steps. Traffic, conversion, nurture, and promotions. Okay, this is kind of the bird's eye view of the process. So why does this matters? Because when people tell like, hey, you should do, for example, Facebook ads, we know that's below traffic. So we're gonna say here, Facebook ads. You should open a YouTube channel. That's traffic, YouTube. You should create a podcast. You should post most on Instagram. You should do a speaking. You should write a book. You should X, Y, and Z, right? You should do networking, call DMs. These are all ways of getting traffic. So the market is kind of obsessed with traffic. And we always think that with more traffic, our business is going to blow up. But it doesn't really matter how much traffic we have unless we have the other four components. So that's why we really want to get into this other thing. So what is under conversion? Okay, just so I'm super clear. So traffic is how you get eyeballs into your business, into your offers. Is like people are hanging out online in communities, and you go there, you show up there, and you say like, "Hey, I have this amazing thing. I can help you. Here's how." That's traffic. Conversion is how you turn that attention and you convert it into your ecosystem. Because here's like people are out there in social media, in Facebook, in whatever, in Facebook groups. Now they are in your world, in your ecosystem. So these would be things like an email list, right? It will be SMS. It will be a funnel. It will be a webinar. It would be a workshop. Under conversion, it would be like a book funnel. You hear all these things, and they are all under conversion.
A
The
free
next step is nurture. So here we have people we are turning into, we are making an invitation to join our world, right? With conversion. But a lot of people do this, but they never follow up. So really nurture is things like a newsletter, a Facebook group, a school community, one-on-one conversations, webinars, like yeah, webinars, retargeting ads would also fall under here. And this is crucial. Like really nowadays, I would say the biggest place where people what most companies are not doing is this part, which is following up. Like they get eyeballs, they maybe create a lead magnet, a freebie, but they don't really do a good job in following up. And the last part is promotions. So why promotions matter so much? Because so most people do not have traffic, but the ones who have traffic, they get traffic, maybe they're building their email list, maybe they're sending weekly emails, but they never make an offer to the list, right? And if you do not make offers, you cannot sell. So this will be a great topic that we can speak a little bit later. But I know when you have a serving heart, you might feel a lot of resistance to making offers, to selling. But really, the way that I see it is that we sell in order to serve. If you do not sell, you cannot serve, right? And you can sell in a way that's very generous, that's very serving to others, right? Especially if you really believe in what you have to offer others.
You know what
So
you know what I heard? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
I was talking to a group yesterday or a couple days ago, and I remember one of my coaches, James Wedmore, said, everybody's looking, they want to help people create transformation. That's what we do, help people create transformation. And that they don't want to do a transaction. They want transformation. But James Wedmore says transformation is in the transaction because it's encouraging people to see what's possible in their life. And if they want to create the transformation, they have to have some skin in the game. They have to do something in order to create that transformation.
That is so true. And actually, like, yeah, that transaction is how the transformation starts because it's like you said, it's the person saying yes to themselves, to their dreams, etc. So promotions are so important, and this is where we go into things like seasonal promotions, things like deadlines, things like expiring bonuses, limited X, like limited X, Y, and Z. So let me explain a little bit better. So most people, like I said, they have this email list and they just send weekly emails like, hey, but they never make an offer. And it is human to to not take action. Why? Because our brain is designed to preserve energy, to not take any risks, and to just yeah, help us survive. The brain is really not biologically designed to help us strive to go after goals. It's just like we want to stay on the comfort zone. So even if people really want what you have, they're going to procrastinate. So that's why we need this. And I have like a process that I do here called a conversion party, which is at least every quarter, send a big promotion to your list and create like a party around it. It's like you are inviting everybody to this offer. You are really making a lot of noise in the good sense, and that's how you really drive sales. It is not enough nowadays to just have an email list. You need to make offers to it, and they cannot be passive offers. They need to be like, hey, you need to take action before this date, or this is going away. Um, and there are various ways to do this, but essentially, you can do it through discounts, throughout bonuses, etc. So this is the four-step system that I want you to think really in your business, because I have seen this across all kind of industries, across people who are selling courses, people who are selling memberships, people who are selling one-on-one services, retail businesses, e-commerce, any kind of business can really follow these four steps in order to build a system, a flywheel. Um, because like I was telling before, the market it conditions us to chase tactics. It's like they say Facebook ads is the magic, but it isn't. Or email list, email is the magic. It isn't. The magic is having a system that you follow consistently so you create a flywheel, right? Where it just feeds itself, you improve it over time, and you just build upon it, and every time you're getting more traffic, you are converting more people, have better follow-up systems, you have stronger promotions, and that's how you really create a marketing flywheel. So I really wanted to keep this simple because it's not about all these things. It's about this and what makes sense. So let me stop sharing screen. Mm. What I want to do now is open the floor to talk with you and to really help you customize this and really what's coming up for you. Like when you are trying to get clients, where's really the bottleneck? And yeah, any questions? I'm happy to answer. And thank you so much, Diane.
Thank you. First of all, I thank you so much for sharing that and really kind of drilling it down to the most simplistic steps that we need to take. And I think everybody's in different places as far as where they even are in that. But I think all of them happen all the time, just at different times. So you're nurturing, you're getting traffic, uh, and building your email list. At one time. We're doing promotions the other time. And so there's a system, like you said, a flywheel, a system, but it never stops. But the other thing is what I hope people understand is that when he was talking about all those different places to get traffic, it doesn't mean you do all of them because that can be overwhelming.
Totally.
It's
Yes.
it's like you choose one
Mhm.
and you stick with that and you go all in on that.
That is key. Totally. Like the more focused you can be, like I would just pick one in each category. I really believe in the 80-20 principle. So you can make one in each category your 80%, like your 80-20. So like say like my main focus is going to be Facebook ads, and sometimes I'm going to post on Instagram. That's my way to get traffic. Then I'm going to convert them. I'm going to have one lead magnet, which is going to be my focus. And then I'm going to send a weekly newsletter. I'm going to create a monthly workshop that is going to be like my promotion. Uh, Try to just stick to one. That's key.
Yeah. Can you I don't want to assume. I'm going to assume everybody knows what a lead magnet is, but for those who don't or don't integrate it into your one-on-one practice, can you share a little bit about what a lead magnet is? And also, I think the key with a lead magnet is having an email nurture sequence that goes along with it, aside from your weekly newsletter. Yeah?
Yeah. A lead magnet is a way of getting people's email addresses. So it's how you really turn people, you turn them from social media into your email list. So you offer them something for free. It can be a free guide, a free PDF, a free anything in exchange of their email list, of their email contact, and then, like you said, you have a follow-up sequence.
Yeah.
What's interesting is people like it's not so common to also think that you can have a service-based lead magnet. So that's something that I do in my for myself, which is I don't really focus a lot on free guides, but I offer free consultations. That
Mm,
is a way, that is a type of lead magnet. And that if you are offering like one-on-one services, you can do that in order to
that's
really get
great.
leads.
That's awesome. That's great. Who has specific questions about what or anything like where you are, where you're stuck, what support do you need while we have Santiago here for free?
Yeah, and I just before that I it's like a metaphor I was thinking today. Is like dating. Like if you were really looking to for a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever, you would go to places where you are likely to meet them.
Ah,
So
good.
let's say those are clubs or libraries. It depends on what kind of person you're looking for, right? On your
Natural.
ideal boyfriend. So that's how you're going to get traffic. You're going to go to those places, you're going to meet people,
Mm,
right? Then you're just going to get cell phones. And that's the conversion part. You're getting cell phones, you have their contact details. Then you're going to stay in touch with them. That's the nurture or follow-up process we were talking about. And eventually you're going to tell them, hey, do you want to go out? That's the offer or the promotion. So it's essentially doing that.
that's great. I love that. That's like a perfect analogy. And I think the key is understanding your audience, who your ideal customer client is, and knowing where they hang out. So there's a little bit of research that you get to do, depending on who your ideal audience is as well.
I think initially it was copywriting that I got hung up on and making a leap into some new technology. And I think that's where Santiago helped me the most is like helping me really get clear on doing those funnels and setting up those follow-up emails to hone in on the language that I wanted to really um, put out to people as, my dating style.
Yeah, I love
So
that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been awesome to work with you, Angela. So, everybody else, like, tell me where you are in your business. What kind of goals do you have? Like, how many clients do you want to have?
So, I don't know about that question, but I do more one-on-one in person. So this is where I get hung up with this whole online thing. So like, I have a newsletter, and mine is more community based, as far as like reaching out to those that I see in person for referrals, but I'm real stuck on like how to do this online thing. I mean, I have an Instagram account, I do YouTube. I mean, I do all the things,
Mhm.
but it's energy work that I do. So it's a lot of it is hands-on, and that's where I prefer to stay, even though I could do distance healing sessions, and things like that. So I guess I just keep getting stuck on how to do it online. If that does that make sense, my question?
Yeah. Do you want to do it online?
Probably not. I mean, unless I have a class or something, and then I'd have to kind of, get that together, then I think it would be more online. But as far as like the healing sessions, it's more one-on-one in person.
Yes. I love your question because it happened to me that I already knew a lot about marketing, but when I started to try to sell my services, I really needed to redefine things because I was also stuck in webinars, YouTube, and I was like, I don't feel like I need all these things in order to just do like one-on-one work because I do like mostly one-on-one consulting, one-on-one copywriting, things like that. Uh, so so um, let's just build it. So you said you are community based. The people you have don't work with, how have you met them?
Just mainly word of mouth, and then through referral sources, like physical therapists, chiropractors. That's been sort of my main, and then just other service-based like massage therapist. People that I just know, and I've just been, spreading the word, basically.
Yes. So they refer you, and what happens first? Like, do you have a call with the person who is
Yeah.
interested?
I do like a one-on-one consultation.
Is that free?
That's free, yeah. Just to
Okay,
kind of get a good idea what they're looking for, and then if we're a fit, and if they understand the services that I provide.
awesome. And for the people who say like I need to think about it, how do you stay in contact with them?
Yeah, so usually I always like get their email, and so they get, added onto my newsletter list. And then I do follow up like twice, usually when they say they want to think about it, and then I kind of just let it go, and then they just get my monthly newsletters.
Do you ever come back to them and make them any kind of offer?
No, not usually. I don't.
Okay, so that might be a big opportunity for you. So if we were to like map out what you're really doing is all right. Can you see my screen?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so under traffic, it looks like you said word of mouth, referrals, and like partnerships, right? The
Hmm.
people who, yeah, like chiropractors, etc. Under conversion, you are offering a one-on-one consultation. That's perfect. That's great. Like that's also what I do. Under nurture, you say you're sending emails and one-on-one conversations. Is that right?
And a newsletter, and I have a blog, and I kind of once I get their email, I add them to all of that. So that's how I nurture it, I feel.
Okay. So I feel like, and how many people do you think have spoken with you in the past year who were interested but didn't become a client?
Very, maybe like 25%. Most people, because it's the word of mouth referral, I don't always get, I mean, I usually get like a conversion. You know what I mean? I usually get them to at least come and see me for a couple of sessions. So I would say maybe like, if I really think about it, like maybe 25% might, say, oh, it's too expensive, or I'll think about it. But mostly I guess for me, it's more clients is what I'm really looking for.
Okay. So what I would do in your case, what I would suggest is to create a list. Create a list of past clients as inquiries. So people who have been interested but haven't become clients,
Mhm.
and make them an offer. And this really depends on you. You can make them some type of, like, you can go back to a consultation, like, hey, how are you with this problem? I'm offering three free consultations this month. I think that makes it easier if you offer them something for free. In that way, you can re-engage them, because this is really what I see, where you could have a lot of opportunity. Like, you are building this list, but you are not making them promotions. So I think this process is perfect, because really a lot of, like, for example, in B2B consulting, things like that, they don't really use webinars, they don't really use YouTube channels. They use this word of mouth, referrals, partnerships. So this is totally valid. I think the gap that I see would be this.
Okay.
Atal, do you promote your services in your newsletters?
No, that's what I was thinking when Santiago was going through that, is I really don't. I think I've done it more as like informative and like more nurturing, and not, no, I don't have any kind of promotion. And I don't even do that because it's like my session is like per fee session. And so I don't know if I like what kind of promotion I would do, like a discount. Is that what, like 10% off? And I don't know if I feel comfortable even doing that.
I don't even think, in my opinion, I don't think that you have to do that. You just have to remind them that your services are available. You're here. And if they
Mhm.
need another, whether or not, if they need another consultation, you offer a 15-minute consultation. Have you been thinking about, getting energy work to help you move through whatever? I just think people just need to be reminded of your services.
Okay.
If you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Absolutely. Like,
Mhm.
maybe term promotions is we can find, maybe we could call it offers, because
Offers.
yeah,
Mhm.
this can be a discount, yes, but it can also be a new thing. Like, hey, I'm offering this new type of service, new type of thing. It can be just a reminder, like Diane said.
Okay.
It can also be a bonus, like, hey, if you book, like, for the people who book with me in February, I'm going to give them
Free, free
this
essential
guide.
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, an essential
Yeah.
oil, an essential oil. Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't have to be a discount. I have worked with companies selling like luxury things, and what we do is just bonuses.
You can
Yeah.
also consider doing if you want to consider a discount, you might do it in a way that guarantees at least 4 treatments. So with my call it a 4 pack, or whatever.
Hmm.
I have a special savings with when you purchase a 4 pack or whatever you want to call it, 4 sessions.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What kind of energy work are you doing?
Healing touch.
Is
And then I
that
also
Reiki?
do, It's like Reiki, yeah, healing touch Reiki. And then I also do light therapy, so like red, infrared, and then I also bring in the essential oils as well.
So you can do an upgrade too, like, or an upsell to, um, or that would be a free offer, like free, like
Hmm.
you're adding essential oil therapy to each session for
Hmm.
free or something.
Okay.
And another thing would be, do your clients, is there something that you do with with every client?
Yeah, I mean, I do pretty much all of it. I have two pack. One is like the light therapy on its own, and
Mhm.
then I have like a full what I call like a whole power healing session, which is all of it, which is like it's like a 90-minute kind of a session, with healing touch or Reiki and then aromatherapy and also the lights. So it's like just two things they can choose from based on price point.
Hmm.
Interesting. Yeah. So Diane, what's your experience like creating packages? I'm very interested about this. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it would be if you can move from selling one-on-one sessions to selling programs, that would
I
be
I
great.
almost always, with I do a little bit of acupuncture now and almost always sell 4 packs and I give them 10% off, basically. So instead of like if my treatments are $100, so instead of it 400, it's whatever, it's $360 and they pay it all at once. And you know, then they're more motivated to come back and then they have better results. And then they tell more people, you know, the more you get them in, the better results they're going to have.
Yes, I agree. Like, for example, right now I really want to take piano classes, and
Hmm.
there is a piano teacher. She's great, and she offered me one-on-one classes, and I want to do it, but I'm procrastinating it. Um, but I think if I told her like I really want to play these classic uh pieces, classical music. And I think if she would make me a better offer, I would really take action. If she would say like, "Hey, I'm going to help you, not one class, but in 6 months, sorry, in 3 months, I'm going to help you perform your first classical song." That would be a much more stronger offer.
So I love that because what's that doing is like what this is an outcome based offer, right? Instead of just saying you're going to get an energy treatment, you get to say you're going to have this experience after 4 treatments or what have you, right? This is going to be the outcome of 4 treatments. Just like in 6 months, you're going to play this classical piece. So I think it's really about kind of how the offer is too. And I think that's something I know that Santiago is really good at helping people with, is really talking about their offer in a way that's compelling. Did you, are you still able to hear me?
Yeah, but thank you for so much for bringing that up because if you are selling one-on-one services, you do not need to post online or anything like that. You can do it, and that's a viable way to do it, but you can totally do it with networking, with word of mouth, with all those things.
That's awesome, Lauren. Lauren, do you have a specific question to get to launch you off in the right way? You said you're just getting started. Would love to hear more about that.
No, not a specific question because you kind of actually already answered it when you kind of like walk through like what that sequence could look like from like like the traffic, the like everything. So kind of like I'm at the point where I've kind of actually gotten like some of the packages. I did kind of set up a system, kind of like you described, we're kind of like setting up packages. I guess where I'm at now is at the point of presenting an offer to let people know what I have, to like let people know I'm available and what I have. So I guess the offer is like where I'm at now. So I will be kind of trying to create an offer for people to come in through the door.
And what kind of work do you do?
So it's actually a combination. So I do, I'm a holistic esthetician, so I do skincare, but I incorporate some of those energy healing sessions like into my skincare.
And you're
Nice.
doing one-on-one sessions
Yes,
in person, right?
yes.
Amazing. So what have you thought about the offer? Like, do you have something in mind or do you need help with that?
I'm literally just getting started. So if you have some advice and help, I haven't really started to work on it yet. I just know I want to make an offer, but I'm literally just creating it. So like whatever you have. Like I know I want to. So like the way I want my services to look is I do have the skincare in there, and I do incorporate for better results. I incorporate some of the energy healing because we get a lot of people with like stress and inflammation and things like that, which affects the skin. So I do incorporate like some of the energy healing into my skincare treatments. So I do light, I do sound, and I do like hands-on energy work during the skincare treatment.
So cool.
So I would, okay.
How are you
Um,
getting clients now?
Well, right now it's just the clients, some of the clients that I actually already have because I'm just now going out on my own.
Ah,
So I kind of have like a small client base. And so now I'm at the point where I would like to attract in new clients now that I'm on my own. So I
okay.
guess I just created like my handle for like the Facebook, Instagram that I will be utilizing, but I haven't like done anything yet. Like I just did that the other day. Like I got my handle just the other day, so I haven't like posted anything yet.
that's great. Because that's where everybody has to start, right?
That's great. Well, what I would do, suggest is to see if you can really activate your network. What I mean is just create something simple that you can, like a simple message that you can send to everyone you know,
Mhm.
where you are not pitching them directly, but you are saying like, hey, do you know anybody who would be interested in this? So, for example, I work with a wellness clinic and they were offering, what's the name of this? I forgot. What's the name of this? The vitamin that you put into.
An IV?
Ivy?
Yes, an IV. An IV. Yeah. They were offering an IV in for a free IV for people who would book with them in January. It was something like that. You can make that kind of offer, but do not, and you can send it to your friends, but do not sell them directly. Like, hey, I'm offering this. Do you know anybody who would be interested? Because every person that you message is going to know hundreds of people.
Mhm.
So that is really the easiest way to get started. To just find something very appealing and message everybody and look for recommendations. Do not sell them anything directly, but just look for recommendations. And if any of them is interested, they will tell you like, hey, I'm actually interested in this. Let me know more about it.
Okay. Okay, that's good. And then also, I think one other thing to mention is that the space where I'm at, there is actually kind of like utilizing a room inside of another space. And the lady who owns that space, she does treatments there. I was gonna like make some kind of thing like for her clients because she's a massage therapist and acupuncturist.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely collaborating that way. Just specific, like a special for all of doctor, whatever his or her name is,
Mhm.
clients or patients get, their first treatment, they get 10% off. New patient treatment or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But also make sure you're having a way because what I think what Santiago shared is brilliant because I've done that before. When I was looking for business partners in my doTERRA business, like who do you know? who wants this outcome. And everybody's like, wait, I'm interested in that. I want to work with you or whatever. So like that's a great way to ask people to word it. Who are you?
Okay.
This is who I'm looking for. Who do you know?
Okay.
And but have a way also to collect their contact information so that you can do that nurture sequence. Like that's your traffic source in
Mhm.
this case. Um, and then
Okay.
is the next one conversion?
Conversion, yeah.
Conversion and then okay.
Typically a one-on-one consultation or something like that
Mm, yeah.
in your case.
Awesome. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's great. Who
I love
else?
it, Lauren. This is going to be great. You're going to kill it. And I want that. I wish I lived near you. See, you're like, I'm all like, I want
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants a great, a more beautiful skin, right?
Yes, right. That's right. We have a few minutes left. Anybody else? This is great. Thank you so much. I love all this. We've had over 50 people register, but a lot of people will watch the replay, which is great. But this is great. You're getting free one-on-one coaching from Santiago, which is awesome. Anybody else have any other questions or anything else you want to share with us, Santiago?
Who else? Who else can we help? For me, the most important thing, because it's just as much as possible, try to ignore everybody, everyone online.
Such a good,
We can talk about that because I know this has been huge for both of us, Diane.
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm trying to do this more and more, like just unsubscribe from everybody because sometimes it's useful to know these things, but really it's just about picking something and doing it, doing it, doing it. So why don't we talk about that, Diane?
Yes, tunnel vision, because you see people, a lot of people like they have their one way. I think this is the difference between right tactics and strategies, right? Everybody has their tactics and you're like, oh, I should do that because they had success. Oh, I should do that because they had success. And it really screws with your mind. And if you can just, in this case, have a little tunnel vision, and once you choose your roadmap and your path that I know Santiago can super help you with, once you choose that and you stay on track and you have a system and a funnel that flows, stay with it. Do not get distracted. Unfollow, unsubscribe. Because it will make you a little nuts.
Yes. What are some ways that you have that have helped you with that?
First of all, it helps my nervous system. Helps my nervous system because I'm not being so distracted. I'm not being so like um all over the place and squirrel. And so when I do unsubscribe or unfollow, or just stay with what I'm doing, it makes a huge, and you just turn everything else off, the noise, because there's a lot of noise. This kind of goes back to what you said in the beginning, Santiago. You're like, what did you say? Whoa, I just totally lost my mind. Menopause brain.
Like about
Um,
the diet? Go vegan, do
Yeah,
keep
yeah, do this, do
everything.
that. You do it this way, you do it that way. It's like, no, once you keep it as simple as possible and stay consistent.
Oh my God, yes. Like for example, I don't know if you know Alex Hormozy.
Yeah.
I think his content is brilliant. I love it. But I noticed it really affected me because the guy wants to be a billionaire and I do not. I'm so he has different goals than I do, and if I start comparing myself to him, I'm going to be miserable. So those type of things, even if it's a creator that you really like, it's better like try to be aware if it's affecting you. If you are unconsciously comparing yourself to them.
Love it. Hi, Georgie. Am I saying your name right? Probably not. Probably embarrassed right now.
Yeah, I'm Georgi, but no one can say it.
Say it again.
Georgi.
God, I'm gonna have to
I
break
know it's Hungarian.
Yorgi. I'll figure
Don't
out.
worry, yeah. You can call me Georgie. Everyone can. Everyone
Okay.
says. Okay, now that you asked me, may I have a question, Santiago?
Of course.
Sure.
Okay. I'm a massage therapist. I'm kind of growing. I used to be like a go home massage therapist, but now this summer I changed and I found a really good place where I can have my guests. And I'm kind of, I understand your process, these 4 ways. I don't have an email list. My online booking is just on. So I kind of have emails. Um, what I find most difficult is that how do I keep them coming back? I work mostly with moms who are like not so organized, never have time for themselves. But I do understand as a mom of 3 that once you give yourself time, it's going to be so much easier everywhere else. So this is what I'm trying to communicate, and it seems to work quite well. So I'm getting more and more clients. It's just I find it difficult to make them consistent in
Mm.
coming back. So how can I nurture them? Because I guess that's the nurture part, right?
That's interesting. Well, the nurture in my process is more about marketing, but I'm very interested, like Diane, if you take or Angela, um, how do you, because that's a big thing. How do you keep people coming back to therapy services, to healing?
Well, one of the things that I do is I have another group each month aside from my one-on-one reflexology and aromatherapy clients. So they can come together in group and then we share different essential oils and points. It's the learning circle. So they get supported as a group of individuals, and then that encourages them to keep coming back for more sessions individually during the month. So that might be an idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to go back to the packages when they're
Oh,
committed.
yeah. I made
Yeah.
a note.
Yeah, I think that's, and then if you have the emails, your weekly newsletters can be very structured so that you're solving a problem and then you're sharing a problem that your clients often see. You're talking a little bit about it, and then you're offering in your newsletter, in your communication, your booking appointment button.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is let's work through this together. Here's your schedule today, kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if you do this, Diane, but maybe with the packages, if you sell like 4 sessions, but they need to be used in the next 3 months. Do you do something like that?
No, but
No,
that's
I don't have packages yet. No. No.
Yeah, but kind of selling a bundle of sessions and they need to be used in a certain period of time.
really
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
smart.
that is not super pushy, but it also incentivizes them to take it to use them.
Yeah, because they turn up from time to time, but it's just so hectic. You cannot count on it. And it's not good for me, not only financially, but I want to be able to take them from somewhere to somewhere. And if they don't turn up, I'm not going to be able to produce an outcome that they desire, you know?
That's something that Santiago's really good at helping you verbalize. Like how
Mm.
I think you just nailed it. Like to get it's not a one and done. Like to get
No, it's
from
not.
where you are now to where you want to be, you have to be very specific with your messaging and your language. So that's
Mm,
something definitely Santiago is excellent at.
mm,
Yeah.
okay.
So what do they usually come to you for?
Well, most of the time I have like they have like minor problems like aches and pains here and there. I understand that they come to me for like physical and spiritual relief. I also do aromatherapy and I also do some holistic massage. So I don't have to deal with big health issues. That's my point. I mean, that's why I find it very difficult. Like, is being balanced and feeling happy all the time and energetic a good enough outcome for you? It's very hard to verbalize such a basic outcome that everyone desires, but I'm focusing on like the costs of not being balanced and not
Ooh.
being able to be there for your family because you're in like you're a complete wreck.
I
Right.
think that's
So that's
really
my tactic lately, and I'm like focusing on maybe pain points, or I don't know how you say that in marketing words. But that's my attempt now.
I love that. I think that's really, really smart marketing is focusing on the cost of not being consistent. I think
Mm.
that is just brilliant. That is just brilliant. And so, Santiago,
So
what did
are they recently, how do you say this? Did they just have a baby or not
Some of
necessarily?
them just had a baby. Some of them have bigger kids. It's just that because I am a mom, I guess I attract moms.
Mhm.
So I'm working with moms of all ages, but I'm more into moms around their 40s because then they can sense more, like if they don't come and don't take care of themselves, then they gonna have eventually health issues. So I'm kind of focusing on preventive therapies as well, and maybe highlighting where their weak points are, and that's my strategy right now. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, moms have a ton of pain points, right?
Yeah.
So I think if I would do something that's like try to think there is this okay, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so there is this exercise in marketing called escape and arrival, which is
Mm-hmm.
what is the situation they're trying to escape, what is the situation they try to arrive to, right? So the more specific
Mm-hmm.
you can be here, I would brainstorm this. So right now you said they have aches and pains, they're probably tired, stressed out.
Yeah. Never have time for themselves. They feel they have to do everything by themselves, like a normal mom.
I think it's a great niche you're in. Very specific.
Yeah. And what would be their ideal scenario? If they could have a magic wand, how would things
Yeah,
be?
that would be a harmonious relationship with their husband, very, very much patience with their kids, a balanced life that focuses not only on the family's needs but on also on theirs, feeling beautiful. What else? I think these are like outcomes they every mom desires, and yeah, and staying healthy because
Time to
that's it.
themselves.
Yeah, and let's admit that moms are like the mothers of all families. Also health wise. So I'm trying also to, show them ways of how they can preserve not only their own health, but their families as well, especially through aromatherapy.
Okay. And what would be the main three things that you would do in order to help them get from here to there?
Sorry?
If you had to pick like three things that you could do for them in order to help them get from here to there, what would those things be?
Um, Three things. Well, I'm basically thinking always like what helped me. It helped me that I did take regular time for myself. It could be just sleeping. It could be going to the spa or having a massage or just reading a really good book in quiet.
Mhm.
It's just taking regular time for self-care. That's it could take many forms.
Yes.
And
Okay. That's
yeah,
the
I
first
don't
thing.
know.
What's the second thing? So this is can be a spa or yes, the massage, etc. Exercise.
um, I don't know, some exercise, like yoga. I don't know.
Mhm. So it would be like first choose.
Aromatherapy.
Uh-huh.
Oh
But what?
yeah,
Yeah. So what does aromatherapy does for them?
helps them to prevent disease and also harmonize their feelings. I think that's the major part. That's something anyone ever trying aromatherapy can feel right away. It shifts your emotions so quickly, which is very important for any women.
Amazing. So now they're taking time for self-care. They are harmonizing their feelings and energy. What would be a third thing that would be super important?
Uh, I don't know how to say that, but to put them to be, not to be on the last on their list.
Prioritize themselves.
Yes,
Prioritize.
yes, thanks. Thanks for helping me out.
So this is
Because
what you
if
need
mama ain't
to
happy, ain't nobody happy.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
so true.
So this is really what you need to sell, which is hey, I'm going to help you carve out time for yourself throughout bi-weekly massage sessions, for example. Then
Mm-hmm.
to help you harmonize your feelings and energy throughout aromatherapy sessions. And I'm going to help you prioritize yourself with, I don't know if you do any type of like coaching or anything like that.
Well, I realized that most moms find it hard because they think that, oh, self-care is so selfish and it takes a lot of time. And it's so not true. So I kind of came up with a set of questions
Mhm.
to map out like where their little time frames are that they can actually spend on themselves. And I'm offering a lead magnet, a free call, where I asked them these questions, and then I'm thinking like this is like a new offer, no one's taken it yet. But I'm hoping that this will help me and them to see where they can take the time for the self-care, and then I can offer, okay, you have this and that much time, then how about you do this and this with me and you this and that at home, and
Okay.
just help them see that it's not impossible and it's so easy to integrate if you find, like you said, the simple things.
Perfect. So you were going to help them put together like a schedule and integrate these practices into their everyday life.
Exactly. That's my plan. Yeah.
Perfect. So there you have your program, like, and you can, if you can combine all your modalities into one transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Is you're going
Mm-hmm.
from here to here. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's going to help you a lot to keep them coming back, because now it's just not a massage, it's really this. It's going from here to there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm trying to, get out of this this massage therapist, just a massage therapist, idea, because I'm offering so much more.
You're
And
you're a holistic
how
healer.
so my communication should basically focus or highlight this process, or how do I do that?
I would start just one-on-one before I would say something similar to what I told Lorraine, which is
Mm-hmm.
try to first message your friends, your family, like, hey, I'm offering a massage therapy for moms. That can be an offer. I'm offering one free massage therapy session for moms. Do you know anybody who'd be interested?
Mm.
A simple
Okay.
message like that, and just send it to everybody, and I'm sure you will get some calls from there, and
Mm-hmm.
then you can get into more things, but I would start there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would
Thank you.
I would also package what you do into and name it whatever you want that's very specific, because it's like you combine the massage, the aromatherapy, and um you could call it mom coaching, or you can call it
Yeah.
empowerment coaching together. So you can create a very unique offer that's very specific to what you do. And then
Mm-hmm.
eventually, if you want to phase out of the massage, you can phase out of that, because I know physically it's hard to do long term forever, but if that's something that you want. But I think because you're offering very and the same thing I think with Lauren and Hatal, like you guys are not just a one trick pony, like you have these beautiful gifts that you're combining. Own it. Call it something. Don't just say I'm
Mm-hmm.
offering massage
Yeah.
or
Mm-hmm.
energy work. Like
Mm-hmm.
name it something,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, I started out with naming some of my unique treatments, massage rituals. Just to suggest it's not like a 1 hour massage and then off you go. And I call it like really
It's a
nice names.
transformation. It's some kind of transformation that they are
Mm-hmm.
going to get from that
Mm-hmm.
experience
Mm-hmm. Okay.
with you.
So maybe that's a keyword I should brainstorm more
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's great.
Thank you. It was very useful. Thank you.
Happy to help. Well, I think unless anybody has any more questions, but this has been great. I think what you said, Diane, was is key, which is own it, own who you are, own your value, and then keep focus, and yeah, you can change more lives.
Exactly. Any parting words? Can you please share with our amazing audience, like how they get to work with you if they want to work with you and learn more?
Yeah, well, yes. So if you want more help, you can contact me on Instagram. Some of you have already added me in there, and I'm offering a free customization call in which I'm going to help you customize these steps for your business. So you can create a flywheel,
Ooh,
a client getting system, essentially. And if you want to work with me, we can talk about it there. I do one-on-one consulting, one-on-one marketing services, But yeah, like that's the offer, a free customization call.
Oh, that sounds really cool. Will you have a way we'll make sure in the recording that we add a way to contact Santiago
Yeah.
to take him up on that offer, because I think that's going to be key, because we can talk generally, but let's talk about you. Like,
Yeah.
get him on a phone and it's going to change the trajectory of your business for sure.
Amazing.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Santiago. I really appreciate your time, your wisdom, your expertise, your energy. This is the nicest man you'll ever meet, you guys. He is just so full of heart and caring. And when you do work with him, it's like he takes care of your business as if it were his own. So I definitely can't recommend him enough. And Angela Seedlow, who just left, also works with him. So yeah.
Thank you, Diane. That's so nice. Thank you so much for this invitation. I'm honored, and thank you everybody who joined this call, who registered. Thank you.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.